What if I told you there's a Camaro that doesn't just look aggressive, it feels like it shouldn't even exist? This Ghost Camaro ain't your typical muscle car. It's louder, faster, and packed with details that make even high-end supercars look boring. From its almost unreal design to performance numbers that sound straight out of a movie, this build is pushing the limits of what a Camaro can be. But here's the real question: is it actually worth the hype? Or is it just style over substance? Let's break it down. The Camaro has always been one of America's most iconic muscle cars, bold, loud, and built for pure driving excitement. From its long-standing rivalry with the Mustang to its evolution into a modern performance machine, Chevrolet has consistently pushed the Camaro to stay relevant in a rapidly changing market. But just when many thought the Camaro had reached its peak, something unexpected showed up: the so-called Ghost Camaro. Now, this isn't your standard factory model. It's a radical, head-turning build that takes everything people love about the Camaro and pushes it into extreme territory. We're talking about a design that looks almost unreal on the road, combined with performance upgrades that aim to rival cars far beyond its class. It's the kind of car that makes you stop and stare even if you're not a car enthusiast. What makes this build even more interesting is the timing. With the muscle car segment facing pressure from electric vehicles and stricter regulations, creations like this feel like a bold statement, a reminder of what raw performance and aggressive styling can still achieve. But here's where things get really interesting. Does this Ghost Camaro actually deliver where it matters most? Or is it just a flashy build designed to grab attention? In the next part, we're taking a closer look at what really sets this car apart. Now let's get into what really makes this Ghost Camaro live up to its name, because this is where things start to get seriously interesting. First, the design. At a glance, it still carries that classic Camaro DNA stance, wide body, and aggressive proportions, but everything here feels amplified. The body lines are sharper, the front end looks more menacing, and the lighting setup gives it that almost invisible in the dark ghost-like presence. It's the kind of car that looks fast even when it's parked, and once you see it rolling down the street, it doesn't just blend in, it dominates the scene. Step inside, and the transformation continues. Instead of the usual muscle car interior, this build leans more toward a performance luxury feel. You've got premium materials, a driver-focused cockpit, and upgraded digital displays that feel modern without being overwhelming. It still keeps that raw, driver-first personality, but adds just enough tech to make it feel like a serious upgrade over older Camaro interiors. But let's be real, what most people care about is what's under the hood. And this is where the Ghost Camaro really separates itself. We're looking at heavily upgraded performance, more power, faster acceleration, and a driving experience that feels far more aggressive than a stock Camaro. The throttle response is sharper, the exhaust note is deeper and louder, and when you hit the gas, it doesn't just move, it launches. This isn't just about straight-line speed either. Handling has clearly been tuned to keep up with the added power, giving it a more planted and confident feel through corners. Take it into a corner, and this is where things get surprising. Despite all that raw power, the car feels more controlled than expected. The steering is sharp, the grip holds strong, and instead of feeling like a wild muscle car fighting for control, it feels planted, confident. It's the kind of performance that makes you rethink what a Camaro is supposed to feel like. But here's the twist: not everything is as perfect as it seems. Push it too hard, especially on less than perfect roads, and that stiffness we talked about earlier becomes impossible to ignore. The ride can feel unforgiving, and in those moments, it reminds you that this car was built for thrill, not comfort. It's exciting, but it demands your full attention. So here's the turning point. This isn't just a better Camaro, it's a completely different experience. One that delivers insane performance and presence, but asks you to accept its compromises. Which brings us to the real question: when everything settles, is this a dream build worth chasing, or a beast that's simply too extreme for most drivers? So, after everything we've seen, where does the Ghost Camaro really stand? This isn't just another modified muscle car, it's a statement. It takes everything the Camaro is known for: aggressive styling, raw power, and street presence, and pushes it to an extreme that feels almost unreal. The performance is thrilling, the design is unforgettable, and the overall experience is something that clearly goes beyond a typical factory build. But that intensity comes with trade-offs. The ride can be harsh, practicality takes a backseat, and this isn't the kind of car you'd want for everyday comfort or long commutes. It demands attention, both from the driver and everyone around it. So, if you're looking for something balanced and easy to live with, this probably isn't it. However, if you're someone who values excitement over comfort, someone who wants a car that feels special every single time you start it, then the Ghost Camaro absolutely delivers. It's built for enthusiasts, collectors, and anyone who wants to stand out in a world that's slowly shifting toward quieter, more controlled vehicles. And that's what makes it so interesting in today's market. At a time when electrification is taking over and muscle cars are becoming less common, builds like this feel like a bold reminder of what made performance cars exciting in the first place. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about how it makes you feel along the way. So the real question is, would you actually drive something this extreme? Or is this the kind of car that's better admired from a distance? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.